Breaking news out of Utah. Conservative activist Charlie Kirk gunned down during a campus speech.
Under Biden, our young people own nothing and they are miserable.
Two shocking events have rattled the nation: the fatal shooting of Charlie Kirk at a college event and a deadly attack on a Michigan church. Do these tragedies reveal a deeper political and cultural divide in the U.S., or are they isolated acts of violence? Chapter 1: Michigan Church Shooting and Charlie Kirk's Killing. On September 28, 2025, a violent attack struck the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc Township, Michigan. Thomas Jacob Sanford, a former Marine, allegedly opened fire and set the building on fire. 4 people were confirmed dead. 8 others sustained injuries, authorities say. Sanford had expressed animosity toward the LDS Church in previous statements. Earlier that month, on September 10th, Charlie Kirk, founder of Turning Point USA, was fatally shot during a speaking event at Utah Valley University. The accused, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, opposed Kirk's conservative views. Kirk's death immediately drew national attention. Both events shocked communities and sparked conversations about the rising threat of violence. Connected to ideological divides, media coverage was extensive, but official sources emphasize confirmed facts only. Chapter 2: Who were the figures involved? Charlie Kirk was a prominent conservative activist. He founded Turning Point USA in 2012, aiming to engage young Americans in right-leaning politics. Kirk spoke at campuses nationwide, often stirring debate among students and faculty. He also published books and appeared on national news programs, solidifying his influence in conservative circles. Thomas Jacob Sanford, according to police reports, was a former Marine with a history of grievances toward specific religious communities. Court documents indicate he had no prior convictions for violent crime. Investigators are reviewing his social media and communications to determine potential motives. By presenting the confirmed details, we can understand the context behind these tragic events without attributing speculation. Chapter 3: Immediate reactions across the nation. Both incidents have triggered reactions from a wide range of public figures. In Michigan, Governor Gretchen Whitmer and Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist condemned the church attack. Gilchrist had previously received threats himself, highlighting the persistent risks facing public officials. Following Kirk's assassination, political leaders on both sides expressed outrage. Former President Donald Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance issued statements condemning the violence. Democratic figures, including Barack Obama, Joe Biden, and Bill Clinton, also condemned the act. Supporters of Kirk mourned the loss and emphasized his contributions to youth political engagement. Critics condemned the targeting of individuals due to ideology, noting the broader dangers of political polarization. Public opinion reflected these concerns. According to a YouGov poll conducted on September 12th, 87% of Americans considered political violence a serious problem, with 18% of liberals and 7% of conservatives saying it could sometimes be justified. Chapter 4: The Role of Ideology and Polarization. Both events have been framed as symptomatic of increasing political and ideological polarization. Analysts suggest that rhetoric on campuses and in the media can influence perceptions and, in extreme cases, incite violence. Turning Point USA's presence on campuses has always been polarizing. Supporters say it encourages civic engagement and debate. Critics argue the organization amplifies partisan tensions among students. After Kirk's death, discussions intensified about the role of ideological differences in motivating extreme actions. Investigators in Michigan are examining whether broader social or political narratives shaped Sanford's animosity toward Mormons. Experts note that ideology alone does not cause violence, but it can amplify existing grievances in certain individuals. Chapter 5: Media Coverage and Public Discourse. Coverage of both incidents varied across media outlets. Conservative news sources emphasized Kirk's legacy and the threat posed by political violence targeting conservatives. Liberal outlets highlighted the context of ideological extremism and the dangers of polarization on college campuses. Social media amplified both perspectives, often in real time. Posts ranged from factual updates to personal commentary and opinion. Experts caution that rapid dissemination of unverified claims can distort public understanding. Journalists covering these events stress the importance of confirming facts and avoiding speculation. This disparity in coverage reflects the broader challenge of balanced reporting in an era of high political tension. Chapter 6: Legal Proceedings and Accountability. In Michigan, Sanford faces multiple counts, including murder and arson. Investigators continue to gather Evidence, including communications and digital records, to determine motive and intent. Authorities have cautioned against concluding until the trial progresses. In Utah, Tyler Robinson is charged with first-degree murder. Court filings indicate investigators are reviewing potential radical influences but have not confirmed political ideology as the direct motive. Legal experts emphasize that courts will assess evidence impartially, separate from media narratives or public opinion. Both cases highlight the role of the justice system in addressing politically charged violence, ensuring accountability while preserving due process. Chapter 7. Cultural and Political Implications. These incidents underscore broader societal and political challenges. Kirk's assassination raises questions about how youth-led political movements operate amid polarization. Turning Point USA. Supporters view the event as a rallying point for continued activism. Critics stress the need for caution in framing political discourse, warning that intense rhetoric can escalate conflicts. The Michigan church attack illuminates the risks faced by religious communities and public figures. It also prompts discussions on how ideology, mental health, and access to firearms intersect in tragic outcomes. Experts note that both events may affect the strategies of organizations like Turning Point USA, influencing campus engagement and leadership decisions. Erica Kirk and other successors may face the task of preserving the movement while addressing safety and public perception. Chapter 8. Calls for unity and reflection. In the aftermath, leaders from both political and community spheres urged calm and civil discourse. Utah Governor Spencer Cox emphasized the need to stop shooting each other and promote dialogue. Across ideological lines, commentators highlight that while ideological differences are central to democracy, violence is widely condemned. Civil society organizations are promoting programs that encourage respectful debate, political literacy, and conflict resolution among youth. These events serve as reminders of the consequences of extreme polarization and the importance of measured public discourse. They also underscore the role of leadership, both within movements like Turning Point USA and across communities, in shaping the response to tragedy. These tragedies highlight America's growing political divide. What do you think? Can the country heal, or is the divide getting deeper? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you find this video insightful, like and subscribe for more updates on US politics.